Let's talk about Ken Griffey Jr. Rumors that he was sleeping in the clubhouse.
Yeah, rumors. First of all, this is Mondo on the world. And first of all, the guy says that there was 2 people that told him, the guy that wrote it, we all know who it is by now, so I'm not going to say. Even though a lot of people may say, why don't you say his name, but I guess I'm a little too nice. Besides, I don't want to get sued. But anyway, first of all, the reporter says that there was 2 people that said that Griffey was sleeping in the clubhouse. Now, there's 2 questions that well, not questions, but there's 2 there's 2 things you have to think about. First of all, who cares? Because that's kind of like their house, away from their house, and if somebody's sleeping in the clubhouse, it's nobody's business but theirs, first of all. And second of all, you know, young Kim, who used to pitch here in the States, was notorious, I might be saying that one wrong, for sleeping in the clubhouse during the game, and then the guys have to come and wake him up, and then he'd go out and save a game. But nobody talked bad about him sleeping in the clubhouse. But if Griffey was to do it, and I'm not saying that he did, but if he was to do it, as long as he wakes up and goes to do his job, then what business is it of anybody else's? And why would you publish a story like that when you know it's going to hurt somebody? You know, I mean, you're not really supposed to do that. You're supposed to report on what happened in the game and just leave it at that. Maybe give a little bit of an opinion on what a team should do in order to get better or something like that. But, you know, this isn't a gossip columnist. Nobody wants to know about, oh, Griffey was sleeping in the clubhouse. And besides that, you don't know who the other 2 guys are. You know, they're mysteriously disappeared. And, you know, Paul Sylvie, he comes out talking about, oh, Mike Sweeney should mind his own business or shut up or not stand up for Griffey or this, that, and the other thing, just because this reporter who published this story has been covering the Mariners for 20 years. Well, let me tell you something. You can, as far as I'm concerned, you can you can cover the Mariners for 100 years, and that still doesn't give you the right to go around printing those kind of stories and making accusations and saying, oh, Griffey should retire because he's not hitting the ball. Well, let me tell you something. He just won a game for us. And pretty soon, when he starts hitting home runs and everybody else starts hitting and we start winning games, what's everybody going to say then? Oh, Griffey and everybody's doing great. And nobody in the media nobody in the media is gonna say, "Whoops, I'm sorry, we made a mistake. We're really sorry that we said that, when we didn't really have all the facts." And I admit that, maybe in some cases I don't have all the facts, but my thing is you don't sit there and defend somebody just because they've been covering the Mariners for 20 years. I mean, you could get a monkey to cover the Mariners for 20 years, and that shouldn't give. Just because somebody covers the Mariners for 20 years doesn't mean that they should have any credibility for writing stories like, oh, Griffey was sleeping in the clubhouse, and implying that maybe somebody should get fired or something like that. And as far as boycotting Larry LaRue, fine, I said his name. As far as boycotting Larry LaRue, I think that's a good idea because, first of all, he was the one that published it. And why did he publish it, mind you? Well, I think he published it in order to get off the paper that he's on so he could get on a bigger paper. Because I never heard of anybody in the city of Seattle that reads the Tacoma News Tribune. I would be surprised if anybody in Tacoma read the Tacoma News Tribune. So, I don't see how that gives anyone the authority to say that oh, well, just because this guy has been covering the team for 20 years, oh, you automatically believe in Paul Sylvie. Or you just go and believe that oh, this must be true because Larry LaRue said so. Yeah.